Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be very exciting. If you guys can tell, let me give you a clue. Obviously, you've seen the video's title. So yeah, we're going to do a full face of buy this, not that. So my face is exactly divided into two. I have half of the face using high-end or drugstore and the half using the other one. So yeah, comment down in the description box below. What do you think? Which side is high-end and which side is drugstore? I'll give you a minute. And if you did that and if you're curious to see which I have on either side of the face, then please keep on watching. I won't say majority of them are dupe. I would say the drugstore performs very similar, if not better, from the high-end. So for that reason, I'm going to say buy this, not that. So let's begin. For the first one, we have Skin Tints, and on this side of my face I have Fenty Eavesdrop in the shade 11, and on this side of my face I have Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in the shade Tan Medium Deep. And you guys can see, I mean, it has the equal amount of coverage. Even the shades are very similar. It gives a very similar finish on the face. I have done like a dedicated video comparing these two. I absolutely love both of them, but for the price, you cannot go wrong with that. So for that reason, I would say buy this, not that. I mean, I would any day purchase this, but I'm saying if you want to save some money, go with this. Now after that, let's move on to the loose setting powder. For the loose setting powder, I applied One Size Beauty's translucent setting powder on underneath my eyes on this side of my face. And on this side, very comparable one is Catrice True Skin Loose Setting Powder. I feel both of them are super blurring, super nice. I would also say the Believe Beauty powder is also very similar to the One Size one. Only because Believe Beauty you can only find in Dollar General and not all of us can have access to Dollar General. That's why I'm mentioning this. But keep your eyes and ears open to Believe Beauty's powder also. I absolutely love that powder. But for this video, I'm going to say these two are very comparable. Now for all over my face, I went with Charlotte Tilbury's pressed powder in the shade number 2 on this side of the face. And to compete with that, I have number 7 powder on this side of my face. And I feel both of them perform very beautifully, very nicely. It's very smoothing on the face. It hides all the texture and the imperfections on the face, and I have a lot to do that. So for that reason, I think it's very nice powders. It's very finely milled powders. I'm tired. Can you guys say? I just came back from work. So the time that I applied this whole face of makeup was like, I would say 6 hours before. Yeah, I just topped it off with the topper that you're seeing. I didn't wear that topper in work, although I can. I mean, nobody can stop me, but I kept it pretty neutral when I went for work. So this is how both the powders look. This is Charlotte Tilbury and this is number 7. And I would say Charlotte Tilbury is more on the pigmented side, but number 7 gives like a very similar finish on the face. So for that reason, I'm gonna say buy this if you cannot afford this. Now let's move on to the bronzer. Now for the bronzer, I have a cream bronzer with me. Now this is the only product in which I do not have the high-end side of the product, but just trust me, the way when I swatched that product, it was exactly like this with the same amount of pigmentation. Although I just love this product so much, so I don't think you can go wrong with this at all. And I'm talking about my half-caked cream bronzer in the shade North Shore. And this is very similar to the Danessa Myricks Balm Contour. And I am specifically talking about the shade Medium 2. This was very similar to that, and I'm very happy that I have this in my collection. I swatched the other one, but I gave it to one of my friends. So I do not have like a physical product to show it to you guys, but trust me on the opinion, I really love this product. You would also love the Danessa Myricks product, but I would say this blends seamlessly into the skin, and this is what I have as my cream bronzer on my entire face today, just because I do not have that one. Although I would highly recommend to test out these bronzers. These are definitely one of my favorite cream bronzers in my collection. Now let's move on to the cream blushes. And the cream blushes that I'm going to talk about is Patrick Ter's cream blush in the shade Do We Know Her. And I'm basically talking about this shade, this orangey coral shade. And this is what I have on the right side of my face. And you guys can see it gives a very fresh, flushed look on the face. To dupe this, I won't say dupe, but a very similar formula I would say is from Believe Beauty. And this is the shade called Tropical Sunset. I absolutely love this product. I am a big fan of this. This applies very similar to that Patrick Ta blush in the shade Do We Know Her. This blends beautifully. It's superbly pigmented. It's amazing. You would be surprised if you can find a Dollar General. Definitely test this out. You would be so very happy. They also do have like a mauve tone pinky cream blush, which I absolutely love. I didn't pick that out just because I have a lot of pinky mauve cream blushes in my collection, and for that reason I picked out this, and this is very comparable to that. Now let's move on to the highlighters. The highlighter that I'm going to talk about, I have Ofra's Rodeo Drive on this side of my face, and you can see how beautiful that highlighter is. Ofra is known for a highlighter, but if you find this to be on the pricey side, now I have like a split pan of Ofra as well as the other blush, but I do have several of the Ofra's highlighter, especially in Rodeo Drive, in several of the other palettes. So let's just say Ofra's Rodeo Drive I absolutely love. But if you do not want to spend that much money, do me a favor, you need this in your collection, and this is Revlon Skin Light Highlighter in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. This is absolutely stunning and is so very comparable to Ofra's Rodeo Drive. You guys can see on the face itself how beautiful that is. I absolutely love the way it glows on the face. It's very smooth, it's very finely milled. Let me just swatch it for you guys. This is Ofra's Rodeo Drive on the top, and the bottom one is Revlon Skin Lights. So beautiful, so comparable, and so smooth on the face. You would be so happy if you have that Revlon highlighter. I think this is one among the best highlighters that we have in the drugstore. You definitely need to try it. I think you would be so happy with the result that gives. I am so very happy that I have in my collection. Now let's move on to the eyes. For the eyes, I do have Lancome's Monsieur Big Mascara on this side of my eyes, and you guys can see how it looks, how both the eyes look. And on this side I have L'Oreal's Lash Paradise. You guys know I love both of them very much. I love the brush. That I think that makes the whole lot of difference. I love the whole hourglass kind of a shape wand, and both of them have that shape, and I think that's the reason why I really like it. I absolutely love both of them. Both of them give great volume, great length to my lashes, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So yeah, let's move on to the eyeshadow. Now for the eyeshadow, for the base, I really used my Alter Ego Sahara palette. Now let me just tell you what I had. So for my office look, I actually had Adore in my crease, and I had Mirage on the inner part of my eyelid. That's it. Now to top it off, I wanted to do a similar dupe shades. So I took my Pat McGrath's Bronze Seduction palette and I duped this shade. And I often say that my Blitz Astral formulas dupe with my US Only. What is it? JD Glow shadows, and that's exactly what I did. I duped it with my JD Glow's Unexpected shadow, this one on this side, and you guys can see it for yourself. It has like the same amount of dimension. If not, the JD Glow I think has a more dimension as compared to the Pat McGrath. I really think that these are so comparable on the eyes, and if you guys are specifically looking for a Pat McGrath shade in any of her big palettes and you do not want to spend $125 for especially that shade, go into the JD Glow's website and check out their Galaxy shadows. I think you would be super happy with the quality. And these shadow sizes, it's so big. You guys can clearly see. I mean, rest of them are Sydney Gray shadows. All these big pans is what is the JD Glow Galaxy shadows. It is so beautiful. It is so much bigger. Although I also feel that the Pat McGrath also gives like quite a big pan of eyeshadows in her palette. But I would say JD Glow is much bigger. You guys can see it for yourself. Yeah, there's nothing more to say. I absolutely love them so much. Now let's move on to the final setting spray. And I applied Urban Decay's All Nighter setting spray on this side of my face. And for my left side, I have Milani's Make It Last setting spray. Both of them last my makeup throughout the day. Both of them give like a very skin-like finish on the face. It has a very matte finish, so it locks the makeup. It helps it to last long for the entire day. So that's all, guys. On my lips, by the way, I'm wearing Maybelline's Ultimate lipstick in the shade More Truffle. So yeah, that's the whole lip. So yeah, I really wanted to just mention these products for you guys so that if you guys were looking for the high-end version and you didn't want to pay that much, you can definitely find it in a much affordable option with such amazing quality. So I really hope that this video was helpful for you guys. If you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you are notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 days a week. Every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.